Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, TKG, The Kids of Grove. So, and I think it's a, excuse me, an Australian-based movie. Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, Australia. They do speak English so far, as I can tell. So I don't know anybody in this film. But it's about, it says, like the synopsis says, after a long work week, employees are trying to get home, but there's like a gang terrorizing the area. I don't know. When I read it and looked at the picture, kind of reminded me of The Warriors. If you ever seen that movie, that's where they're on one side of New York and they got to get back to Coney Island, and they got to go through all the gangs. I don't know. Kind of reminded me of, that's an old movie. And I wasn't around when it was made, but I did see it later. So, but I don't know. This seems kind of interesting. Now, IMDb has it at a 3.3. But only 44 people have rated it so far. And of the reviews, there's one who said it was fantastic, but they didn't give it a number, which was odd. And there was somebody who said it was terrible, and they gave it a 1. So, not a lot of information out there. So this is perfect, right in my wheelhouse. We'll be the 45th people to rate it, and hopefully it's good. And I could lead you down a good path here. I don't know. Let me get into it here. It's an hour and 55 minutes long. So, not a good weekday movie, but I'm getting into it. Find out what it's about. Ultimately, I'll let you know what you think. So, stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching TKG, The Kids of Grove. We're at the 59-minute, 28-second mark, so a little over halfway through the movie. It's a little bit different than what I thought, which is fine. So, what has happened here, they have this housing development that for some reason this corporation decides to condemn it, and they want to demolish it. So they want to kick everybody out of their homes and demolish it. Why? I don't know. I'm sure there's some kind of profit from all of this, right? Well, so that's where the kids of the Grove are like rising up against them, because they're kicking all these people out of their homes. And one really cool thing, one thing about this movie, it jumps right into the action. So there's no like a lot of development. You get the development throughout all of the action. So they basically go to this corporation's, I forget what it's called, but whatever. They go to their building and start locking them in and terrorizing them within the building. So everybody goes there. They're working on all this stuff, and then they come in and they kind of lock them in. And now they're picking them off one by one. Is really what the whole thing is. And they're trying to fight for survival while the kids in the Grove are trying to, kill people because they're demolishing this housing development. That's the whole plot, right? So you learn that throughout. Now you don't have to learn that, but I mean, it's not a spoiler alert, but that's really, you don't get it all at first. You don't really need to, but then you kind of figure it out. So that's what we're going through right now. They're all fighting for survival, and they're trying to figure out a way to get out of there without getting killed. So it's okay. Good plot, anyway. Now, I will say that the action scenes are pretty bad. Like the fight scenes, like when one person gets in fight with one of the kids of the Grove, it's not the most choreographed, believable fight. It's really, really bad. The acting is subpar as well. Kind of, I don't know if this is right, but it's like almost like TV, like a soap opera kind of acting in some sense. I mean, there are some good ones, but there are some bad ones over the top. So that's what you're going to get in this film. But it's still entertaining and interesting plot with some, things to watch out for. So let me get back into it now. You got a better idea what it's about. I already told you about what I don't like about it, but let's see where it goes from here. Hopefully it's entertaining. So, like I said, it's an hour and 55 minutes long, so I'll be back in a little bit. Stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits TKG, The Kids of the Grove, right? The Kids of Grove. That's not of the Grove. Can kind of continued on the same path that we thought of. Another, I would say, gripe of mine is that it was a little long. I think they drug it out. Like, it had what it had. A decent plot with the acting, all the stuff that I talked about. I won't continue to repeat myself. You know that. No, you don't know that, but you you don't want me to do that. Anyway, they just drug out. The last 20 minutes was just like painfully long. You know, I'm okay with everything they did, and the way that they have a very strong woman or female role in this, which is great. I was gonna even say that at the check-in. There's this one girl who stands out, who's like really, you know, like on the good people side, on the right property management. That's the name of the building. So she was an executive with them, but she has a lot of leadership and, you know, like fight in her, and I was liking that. Well, it turns out it gets even bigger as the rest of the movie goes on. So that was good. I enjoy that aspect of it, but then it just took forever to get to the ending, and the ending was okay, kind of what you might expect, but I don't know. It's really a B-rated film, and it made me feel more like almost like a pilot for a TV show. Not just the acting, but then what they did at the end. So that's what I got for you. It would be pretty good if they could have shortened it. It would have been a good pilot to maybe like a miniseries of some sorts. I don't know. Do I think it's a 3.3? No. 4, 5 maybe. I think it might be a 5. And that's it. That's all I got. I think it was a 5 because the route that they took throughout the entire film. So as you can imagine, these people got to fight for their survival and what's going to happen, you know, and that's the whole movie is about that, and you know the things that happen up to lead into that. So I can't go into any detail. You just know what I mean when you see it. So you expect to see certain things. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. There you go. I know that was very terrible, but a 5. It's an okay movie, and that's it. So I can't go into any more detail because I don't want to spoil it at all, because if you're going to watch it, you're going to want to enjoy the little bits and pieces that are mysterious. There you go. That's it. I'm rambling on. If you do check it out, love to hear your thoughts. Hopefully I was somewhat helpful. You got it. It's a 5. Drop me some comments. Love to hear it. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Fantastic. And tell all your friends, of course, and continue to tune in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.